Was a Beetlejuice sequel on your 2024 bingo card? Did anyone honestly expect it to manifest some 36 years later out of the blue? The original grossed only $74 million in 1988, though it immediately established Tim Burton as a visionary filmmaker and set the stage for his teaming with Michael Keaton in not just one, but two massively successful Batman movies. Keaton has recently reprised both these iconic roles in Beetlejuice and Batgirl, but to radically different fates. Thus, it's no surprise that a soulless corporate entity like Warner Bros. Discovery would be inclined to milk every ounce of IP in its portfolio for all it's worth, especially if you'll recall Lana Wachowski's subversive involvement in The Matrix Resurrections. Still, this same company also deleted the completed Batgirl movie as a tax write-off. If you are a fan of the original Beetlejuice, I've got good news. Beetlejuice is actually a continuation of the first film, both stylistically and story-wise. Burton's vision from 1988 remains fully intact. If anything, he has expanded on world building. It's the best possible outcome from the studio's blatant cash grab, as a singular vision is rigorously and thoughtfully preserved in the storytelling. Well, the Maitlands, Geena Davis and Alec Baldwin, from the original have moved on. The Dietzes, who bought the house haunted by them decades ago, though, are still around. Lydia, Winona Ryder, whom we last saw as a sulky goth teen, has parlayed her abilities as a medium into a hosting gig on a show vaguely recalling Travel Channel's The Dead Files, complete with night vision camera footage of her investigating paranormal activities. Meanwhile, little has changed in the afterlife. I mean this quite literally, as even sets from the first film have been replicated. The hallway and waiting area are the same as you remember, albeit with different dead people passing through. Self-proclaimed bioexorcist Beetlejuice Keaton is still up to no good, scheming for a way to return to life by marrying Lydia. Lydia now has her own petulant teen, Astrid, Jenna Ortega, who is temperamentally her mother's daughter but exhibits zero interest in the paranormal. The youngster is weary of her mother's celebrity and also skeptical of her abilities due to the matriarch's lack of contact with her late husband, Richard Santiago Cabrera. In this way, Astrid's trajectory mirrors Lydia's in the original, and casting Ortega is pretty on the nose. Like Ryder and Christina Ricci before her, she fits perfectly in Burton's universe.
When you're all driving carpool and banging your Pilates instructors to fill the empty voids in your life, we'll see who gets the last laugh.
Alright folks. Listen up. If you are enjoying the content of this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and give the video a good old-fashioned thumbs up. Let's show the creators some love. The franchise hasn't been living under a rock. Just as becoming a professional medium is a natural progression for Lydia, her stepmother, Delia, Catherine O'Hara, has transformed from a sculptor into a multimedia artist. Screenwriters Alfred Goff and Miles Miller have done a sensible job getting the returning characters up to date. When a choir performs Harry Belafonte's Banana Boat, Day-O, at a funeral, you sense the deep respect the writers have for the original and its fans. That said, some of the other subplots feel arbitrary. Beetlejuice's ex-wife, Dolores, Monica Bellucci, makes a big entrance early on, stapling her various dismembered body parts together and foreshadowing her epic villainy, but she's barely around for most of the film. The plot doesn't really kick into gear until late, when Astrid bonds with neighborhood boy Jeremy, Arthur Conti. The finale tries to tie all the loose ends together, but it becomes apparent then which of the subplots don't have as much juice. While the original Beetlejuice featured its share of special effects, they were achieved without the use of CGI, which was not widely adopted by filmmakers until 1991's Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Discerning viewers may spot the stop-motion animation and blue screen. For the sequel, Burton has actually dug into his old bag of tricks. CGI use here has been minimal and the film hews closely to the aesthetics of the predecessor. The visuals have definitely gotten an upgrade from the 80s MTV look, yet somehow remain consistent. It would be absolutely seamless watching both films back to back. If anything, Burton has gone for even more retro. In a flashback of the history of Dolores and Beetlejuice, the filmmaker has opted for Black and White giallo style, complete with Italian voiceover narration. One thing that's noticeably dialed down is Beetlejuice's inappropriate behavior. Indeed, some stuff he said in 1988 is now considered sexual harassment. That's certainly a change for the better, but perhaps a clever mea culpa would have been preferable to an erasure. Rife with nostalgia, Beetlejuice is intended for 80s babies. It's truly exciting to see Burton's return to form, making something both grotesque and funny after struggling to connect with some ambitious projects without Johnny Depp. He appears to be energized and having fun, something we haven't seen in quite a while. Pros: Beetlejuice is consistent with the original thematically and stylistically. The writers bring a clear reverence for the original film that will appeal to fans. It's a film where Burton feels like he's having fun again and playing around with his old bag of tricks. Cons: there are many subplots that get tangential and it takes a while to get going.